Well, I was going to write this, and then I thought, why not just do a short video? Sometimes I think it's easier for me to communicate and for you to understand, particularly for these short messages. So I want to talk just a minute about the projects for Module 3. So I finished grading them, and I put the feedback. Hopefully you'll look at that on the feedback link to your project on the Dropbox. So you can find it there. My comments are in red, and what I continued to do was to kind of help you develop those goals, and then to think about the benchmarks or the objectives that lead to those goals, continuing to kind of clarify. The important thing that I think as I read through, really just improving, things are getting much clearer, but you really have to picture in your head what that goal looks like so that when you see it, you know it. And it can't be too complicated. It needs to be just the key aspects of the communication behavior that you're really trying to develop. So anyway, I tried to give you feedback on that, and it's interesting. The science of this, the science of this process is really the development, and you're learning about what the P levels can tell you about how a child develops conversational skills. And then the other sort of science aspect is how you write objectives that are clear, that can be observed, and can be easily measured. So not too complicated. Then the art is really you're creating these objectives. And so you'll find as you do this more and more often that you'll kind of get into some patterns that are that you can use across a lot of students as they develop their communication. So we're just kind of working into that. This is a process that you will use for other objectives. So we've just been talking about conversation. We're going to start talking about vocabulary, and same thing will apply to that. Syntax, we'll be looking at English syntax. And so you just remember how you went through this process of developing goals and benchmarks to get to those goals. Then you're just in the second week of Module 4, and the purpose of this module really is for you to learn and begin to articulate about the theories that the way that we know students develop vocabulary and learn what vocabulary means and how to use it. So this Module 4 has been about that. Module 5, you'll begin to then apply this to developing lessons and objectives for students. So you work with a partner in Module 5, and Devin, I give Devin credit for this. She asked me about the partners. We've had a little shifting because of enrollment things, and so I did put up on the news page the partners, and so there's just a little bit of reconfiguring, not much, but you might start planning how you're going to communicate and work with this person. Your job will be to think about how to plan vocabulary instruction for a particular text, and it will be sort of the practice part to your developing a lesson for your student, and then the videotape that you're going to teach it, and then you're going to videotape it. So anyway, so that's all I have. I just wanted to kind of get you into this next week, get you out of Module 3 and through Module 4 and ready for Module 5.